Well, hey guys, it's good to be with you. Welcome. We've got an exciting night to talk about some exciting things. So, welcome back. For those who have joined with us in the past, if you're new, welcome to you. We're going to probably take an hour here together to go through our current situation with cryptocurrency, where it is in the national and international scene, what the developments have been lately. Also, want to spend a little bit of time explaining what cryptocurrency is and how you can take advantage of it by understanding what it is. It's sort of snuck up on a lot of people. We have heard the term in the past, but not fully understood what it is and how it operates and how we can position ourselves to take advantage of it. So I may, when we put this video out, split it into two segments so that it's not on whole hour in length and you'll be able to watch it in two segments. So welcome again. I want to use this as an educational time to bring you up to speed on cryptocurrency in general, but then we want to go and look at the TexitCoin and see where that is positioned right now in the industry and what's happening. Some very, very exciting news about that. So just to give you a little thumbnail sketch of what cryptocurrency is all about, and you can research this yourself. Just go onto Google or AI and you can research cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency mines and what a miner is and what hash power is and all that sort of thing and get yourself up to speed. You may have to read several articles to really wrap your mind around it. But basically, cryptocurrency is digital currency. It's money that's actually online. And all of you have used digital currency for the last couple of decades. So if you've ever used Cash App or PayPal, even 20 years ago, we were using PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, any of those cash apps, you've been using digital currency, moving money around. The industry calls those items hot wallets because it's got money in it that you can actually buy and sell things with. You can move money peer to peer. You can pay somebody for it. I do that with my, when I get a haircut, pick up my phone, go to Venmo, go in there and select my hairdressers, give it $25, boom, it's into her Venmo account. She can pull it out and put it into her bank account if she wants to, etc. So, or buy and sell with it, move it around. I have a Venmo card, an actual debit card to my Venmo account. So I will go to my Google Wallet and I will choose my Venmo card and I will pay with my Venmo card. So that's digital currency. And we've all been using that for a couple of decades. So we're familiar with it. So we're familiar really with cryptocurrency, but we have not known it. So the days are fast passing us when you're actually going to be using cash to transfer from one bank to another. You just use a debit card or some of these cash app programs to do so. When you get paid, your employer typically will give you a direct deposit. All that is digital currency. It's zeros and ones that are moving across from one bank account to another bank account. And so the banks have these great big computers, A-frame computers, and all those digital movement of money is detailed on a digital ledger. Cryptocurrency is very similar to that, except it bypasses the intermediate banks. So they don't get a piece of the pie. There's a little bit of hostility between your traditional banks and cryptocurrency because of that. I've had my account closed a couple of times because I was bringing cryptocurrency in as cash and put it into my bank. So the cryptocurrency works outside the banking institutes, although tier one exchanges can actually link now your bank accounts to their exchanges, and you can pull money out and get that into your bank account. So if you're with Coinbase or Kraken, you can tie your bank account to that and pull actual digital money out, turn it into USD into your bank account. So that's what I do on a regular basis. So really, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is mining, creating coins. That's what we use the word mining. So you'll get a bunch of computer nodes that are set up on a network. Those computer nodes are competing with each other to analyze and solve pretty in-depth mathematical equations that are fed into the network by the actual algorithms that are set up on that network. So they feed that out there on a regular basis. The computer nodes compete to solve those equations, and the computer node that solves that equation gets a reward of coins, digital coins. It's like a very elaborate video game. So when you play Donkey Kong and you went from one level to another, you got rewarded by coins, and you could use those digital coins, those gold coins, to buy various items based upon what game you were playing. If you're playing some sort of adventure game, you needed swords and shields and whatnot, and so you bought that with the coins that you got as a reward for various challenges in that video game. It's similar to that. And so these computer nodes are competing with each other to solve mathematical equations. And so once a mathematical equation is solved, 6 other of those computer nodes have to verify it to make sure it was accurate, make sure there's no foul play, make sure no one was getting into the network. But also what those computer nodes do, they verify transactions on that network. So coins that are coming out of that network to be put into various coin exchanges like DexTrade or Bitmart, coins are taken out to actually trade out there and buy and sell, and then coins come back on into the network. So every time there's a transaction, 6 other computer nodes have to verify those transactions and make sure they're accurate, they're real, they're authentic, make sure no one's doing any foul play on the network. So there are coins that are going out as rewards for all those transactions and all those verification of those transactions. So on our network, the TexitCoin network, there's 95,000 coins that are produced on a daily basis by all these various rewards for doing these transactions. Every 3 minutes, some computer node gets a reward of coins, maybe a couple of hundred coins, for the transactions that it just did, or for competing with the others and solving that mathematical equations. So in the algorithm, has been determined that on a daily basis, at the end of the day, all those coins that have been won as rewards are going to be added up and divided back out amongst the mines. So if you've got one mine, if you purchase one mine, you've invested in yourself and bought one mine, you'll get one share of those coins that have been produced on a daily basis. So right now, you're going to get 7 coins. If you own multiple computer nodes or mines, you'll get multiple numbers of those 7. So if you own 3 mines, you'll get 21 coins right today once those 95,000 coins are divided up. So that's how that works. And we are developing the world's largest privately owned, decentralized computer network mine in the world. And so you're going to be part of that. And so the question that people ask is, okay, I understand the digital coins and how that all operates. How do I get those out? Well, you know, in those video games we used to play, if we ran out of digital coins that we had earned as rewards, you could actually put $5 in, $10 in, and buy some more coins. So real money can go into these networks and you can buy coins. And so the opposite can happen. You can bring those coins out. So on the tier 1 exchanges that have been placed out there, you can actually take those coins out and put them into your bank account. I've done that multiple times. You can go to Coinbase, you can go to Kraken, you can set up an account there, you can tie your bank account there, Wells Fargo, Chase, whatever you've got. And then when you take that money in, the USD in, it'll turn into USDC 1 for 1. And now you've got digital coins for the money that you put in, and you can take those coins and you can trade them, etc., and then you can pull them back out again. So that's basically how the network works in a crypto world. But let me also tell you, we've never been in such a favorable position that we are now in the crypto world with the support of the federal government. Up until our current government, the federal government was hostile towards cryptocurrency. In fact, there were several lawsuits on with various exchanges. I think Coinbase had a legal suit against it by the Department of Treasury. So that's all been moved away. When President Trump won his election back in November the 6th, within the first month of his election, he had already appointed a crypto czar for the White House. So David Sachs was appointed as crypto czar. He was the CEO of PayPal. And so not only did that happen in December, a month before he actually took office, he had put this in place. So he was serious about that. So one of his first executive orders in that first week of his presidency was signed to establish the United States as having a cryptocurrency reserve, which they've got about $19 billion worth of cryptocurrency as a Federal Reserve now. But also that executive order was to authorize the various government agencies to position the United States as the number one player in the world of cryptocurrency. The number one cryptocurrency capital of the world is what he wanted to see happen. So that we're moving very quickly into that space. March the 7th, they had their first crypto summit at the White House. All the ones that had knowledge and were the big wigs in the crypto world came to the White House, and they had their summit there. And so actually the CEO of Coinbase said to a reporter that questioned him after that summit that he was going to go back and probably employ about 1,000 employees into Coinbase based upon what was discussed at that crypto summit. And that was Brian Armstrong that said that. So we are in a world that's very rapidly moving to legitimize cryptocurrency. And so we wanted our family and friends to know about it so they could position themselves for success, not be scratching their head afterwards and trying to work out what just happened. And so if you can get in early and position yourself for this, you'll be able to receive the wealth that comes from it. So other states have got involved with this too. The state of Texas, just a few weeks ago, passed Senate Bill 21, which was to do the same thing as what the federal government did, was to actually create a cryptocurrency reserve, a state reserve, so that I think 10 to 15% of their reserve capital is going to be in cryptocurrency. New Hampshire just did the same thing. I read that yesterday. New Hampshire just passed a very similar Senate bill in their state to see that happen. So this is getting very, very serious. The United States was probably about fifth in the world several years ago in terms of mining cryptocurrency, and that they're increasing and they're moving up that ladder. Probably mainland China mines 80% of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they got ahead of the curve. But with our present government in place on a federal level, America is getting to a point where that is going to be stabilized, and there's lots of cryptocurrencies and crypto exchanges that are going to be produced here in the United States. So there'll be a lot more security with it. So that is a little bit of background on what cryptocurrency is, how coins are created. We call that mining the coin. It's creating those digital coins. The mines we call are the actual computer nodes, and the people that own those computer nodes are called miners. So if you own one of those computer nodes with TexitCoin, you are a miner. Now, my wife Lisa and I got interested in this at the end of last year because we started to see some of the things lining up with cryptocurrency, particularly what President Trump was doing after his election. So we knew that there was things coming that was going to really enhance people's ability to get involved with cryptocurrency and actually benefit from it. So we heard about TexitCoin. It's a coin that is exclusively mined here in the state of Texas. So we met with Bobby Gray, the founder of TexitCoin, who lives up in McKinney, just north of Dallas. We spent some time with him, got to know his background. So Bobby has been in this industry since 2008, I think when he first created alternate currency of gold, silver, and copper. And then in 2012, he got involved with the cryptocurrency world. And so he has been developing that. In fact, I think it was in 2012, he was invited out to speak at a sub-house committee in Washington, D.C. about alternate currency, looking at gold, silver, copper as alternate currencies because of the devaluation of the American dollar. You just can't buy what you used to buy. It's not that things have gone up in price. It's that the dollar has lost its value, and you need more dollars to buy the same thing you used to buy 20, 30, even 50 years ago. And so that's what's happening with the American dollar. So these states that I just mentioned and the United States federal government is hedging its bet against the American dollar by going into cryptocurrency. And it's a serious matter. As I said, the federal government has $19 billion worth now as alternate currency in the crypto world. So we looked at TexitCoin. Number one, we learned that it's exclusively mined here in Texas. So foreign entities like China, like Nigeria, like other places, cannot get hold of this and take it sideways. So that was a very first positive thing. Secondly, the maximum number of mines you can buy is 9 mines. You cannot invest anything more than that. People have said to me, well, I'm not going to get involved in cryptocurrency again. I lost $25,000 in cryptocurrency. Well, you can't do that with the TexitCoin. You max out at 9 mines. You can't buy any more than that. You can't even lose $15,000 because you can't buy more than 9 mines. So you'll be maxing out at about $9,800 and something dollars is what you do if you buy 9 mines. The mines are worth $995. So it's not a Ponzi scheme. You're actually getting something for your money. You're getting a mine. You're getting one of those computer nodes that's going to actually be producing coins on a daily basis. It's going to be part of a network that's solving those riddles, those mathematical equations. Your mine may be one of the 6 that validates a transaction on that network. So out of the 95,000 coins that are produced on a daily basis in that TexitCoin network, your mine will get a share of that. And you can buy up to 9 mines. So it's not a Ponzi scheme. You're actually getting something for your money, and you'll be able to get an app on your phone, and you'll be able to go in there and you'll be able to see on a daily basis the number of coins that you produced. And you'll be able to track that. You'll be able to go to the exchanges like Bitmart. You'll be able to go to DexTrade. You'll see what those coins are being valued at. Right now, we're at 60 cents a coin. When Lisa and I started back in December the 18th, it was 8 cents a coin. So we've gone from 8 cents a coin to 60 cents a coin in just a matter of 5 months, or less than 5 months. And it's powerful to see that happening. So you'll be able to monitor all that yourself through the apps on the phone and through the coin that you get. When you buy a mine, you'll actually be getting this coin, which represents your mine. There's a code on the back of that coin, which you'll put in, or you can scan that QR code to actually get into the app and see what your mine is producing. This is called a cold wallet. So all your coins that you're being produced are off the network. Nobody can steal in there and take them. So when you want to cash out, or you want to get some coins that you've created, that you've mined, and put them out on the various exchanges and actually sell them, then you will take this coin out of the pouch, you peel that sticker off the back, and there'll be a QR code there underneath that peel off, and it's etched into the back of that coin. And when you scan that, you'll turn your cold wallet into a hot wallet that gives you access to those coins that you produce. And you can do that day 1 or day 365. There's no requirements or time limits on what you can do with the coins. They're your coins. You produce them. You got a share on the daily network of those coins that's being produced. So exclusively mined in Texas. Max out at 9 mines. People can't come in and buy 51% of the shares and take this thing sideways. It's crowdsourced. It's for people like you and me. So big corporations can't come in and buy half of the stock. So we are in a tremendous way in a position as a miner to buy a mine or 2 or 6 or 9 mines and actually benefit from the wealth that be produced by those mines. So it's crowdsourced, and maximum of 10% ownership can be from overseas. So I got lots of friends that I have in Australia, New Zealand, and other places that have been able to buy these mines. So it'll max out at 10%. That's 100,000 mines that can be purchased from overseas. There's 1 million mines in the network. And so we are probably at about just over 1% of mines that have been sold. So this is a tremendous ground floor opportunity. In fact, it's probably not even ground floor, it's probably basement opportunity to get your mines now and start producing those coins and watch the value of those coins go up. And you can decide when you want to cash out or how many coins you want to take out and sell those, leave the rest of the coins in there as the value of those coins go up. So it's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not multi-level marketing. There's no minimal requirements that you have to do on a daily basis or a monthly basis to qualify for commissions and overrides and things like that. When you buy your coin, you can just buy that mine. You've got it. And you're now in, you don't have to tell a soul about it. You can put it in the back closet and forget about it. Come back and check it in a year to see how many coins you produced and what those coins are worth. So they've taken the best parts of a multi-level marketing program, which is actually helping other people get up and established. But there's no minimal requirements. There's no monthly anything that you've got to do to qualify for producing those coins. Those coins are yours. You bought the mine and you're getting them produced on a daily basis. So it's not a scam. I've been in it 4 months. I've seen what this company is doing. They have just spent $88,000 on billboards right across the DFW area, San Antonio and Houston, $88,000. At the end of July, all the billboards in the DFW airport, the large ones outside and the smaller ones on the inside of the terminals, the TexitCoin is advertising on those digital billboards. Fantastic. The big ones that we see around the city are digital, of course, as I said. So therefore, you see the value of that coin changing on an almost daily basis as it keeps moving on up. So no scam here. The companies will give you the coin to get you up and running. There's great websites. You can get onto Telegram and you'll be able to part of a community there that discusses this on a regular basis. I just got off a Zoom call with Bobby. Bobby Gray, the founder, does a Zoom call on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. So there's no scam there. That would not be happening if this was a scam. My wife got in December the 18th with one mine, and she has probably made $24,000 in commissions from her mine. And I'll show you here in a minute how that works. So that's just a bit of a background with the TexitCoin and how the network works, how in general cryptocurrency works, and where we are positioned politically to see this just really, really explode. And that explosion is going to come very quickly. The tsunami is heading towards us because all these things are lining up. So we've probably got a year or 2 or 3 to see that hit with a very, very strong, valuable coin that may be $800 a coin. So we want to get you in early, get you positioned to create those coins so you can ride that value up. All right, I'm going to open up turn on my whiteboard here, my little digital whiteboard, so that you can see how this thing works. So just give me a minute here, and I'm going to share this with you so that you can see how the TexitCoin compensation plan works for you. If you want to write this down, you can. I'm recording this so that it's available to you afterwards if you want to go through and watch various segments of this and see how you can take advantage of it. So just give me a minute here, and I'll get this set up. All right, you should see my whiteboard there. And I'm going to get my crayon working here for me. So a mine, as I said earlier, is about it's $995 for you to buy an actual TexitCoin mine. This is a computer node on the network. This is yours. You'll get the coin, you'll be able to get into the backside of that and be able to see what your mine is producing on a daily basis. So right now, one mine for $9.95 is producing 7 coins a day. Now, the number of coins are going to gradually go down slightly over time. Why is that? Because many more miners are getting involved, and that share of 95,000 coins that are created on a daily basis have shared out amongst the mines. So if you own one mine, you'll get 7 coins. As more miners get involved, the number of those coins are going to go down that is shared out. But the value of those coins are going up all the time. And right now there's 60 cents a coin. And you can go out to the networks, the various exchanges, and see those being traded. You can trade also. You can get 500 of your coins, 1,000 of your coins, and you can set them for 65 cents. And that's a limit sale. And so when the coin moves up to that level, someone's going to be buying them. People are buying the coins before they even hit that, so that they can increase the number of coins they've got, looking for a better day when they're priced at a better pricing point. So you've got 95,000 coins on a daily basis that are being produced, and they're being divided out amongst about 13,500 miners, or mines rather, that are being bought on the network. So there's about 13,500. That changes every day. That's probably equal to just over 1% of the total mines that are available. There's 1 million mines available. So way, way early in the piece. And so I just checked before we started our Zoom call this evening, there's 3,754 miners. That's the people that own these mines. So if you divided that by that, you're probably looking at maybe 3.5 mines each. So people are buying more than one mine. You can see that because there's 3,754 miners, and they've purchased about 13,500 mines. So people are buying more than one mines. Why? So they can increase the number of those coins on a daily basis, because at the end of the day, it matters how many coins you've got. And I'll show you here in just a couple of minutes how you can increase the production of those coins so you're in a better position a year from now, and more wealth available to you because of the number of coins that you produce. Now, as I said, Lisa bought her mine in December the 18th, 2024. And so her coins were worth 8 cents a coin at that point in time. She was getting more coins than 7 coins a day then, but it was only worth 8 cents a coin. So it took her 3 months and 2 weeks to actually get her return on investment. So right now you are getting at $7, 7 coins a day at 60 cents a coin. You're looking at $4.20 a day. So if you're interested in return on investment, that's what you're creating on a daily basis based upon this value of the coin. But the value of the coin's going up. So you may do the calculation, say, well, that's 9 months or 8 months out there before I get that return on investment. Well, that's not the case, because the value of that coin's going up. And so she did it in 3 months and 2 weeks, actually made $1,000 in the number of coins and what they were valued. So she got that back. And then from that point on, the mine continues to make coins. Now, this is an important thing. It's important to understand that you're buying a mine. You're not buying coins. There's going to be a limited number of mines available. Once we get to the 1 million mines, it's all over. It's all being purchased. All you can do then is purchase the coins that those mines are producing, hang on to those coins, and try to sell them later on for a higher price and get some of that money back, make a profit. But right now you have the opportunity to buy a mine. This is why this is critical that you get an understanding of this. You cannot buy a Bitcoin mine. You cannot buy an Ethereum mine. The mines are sold with Bitcoin. So you have to buy the coins, hang on to them for a little while, hope the price goes up, sell them, and get that little bit of profit. So this is a tremendous growth opportunity for you. So I want to show you how this thing works in terms of the value of the coin. So typically there'll be a graph like this, and you'll be able to see this graph on Dex Trade has a graph like this, and Bitmart, But typically, you'll have a little graph that goes like this, and this is the value of the coins going up. When we got involved in this in December of last year, we were somewhere in this mark here. This is December of 24, and the coin was at 8 cents a coin. But you know what? That coin was actually begun trading in May. I think it was May 17th or maybe May 15th of 24 when they first went on the DEX trade. And that coin was worth 0.8 of a penny when it first started trading. So 6 months after May, in December, we were at 8 cents a penny. And right now we are climbing that ladder, and we're in May of 25, and we are at 60 cents a coin. Look at the value of that. Look at that incredible growth. So if you were actually to take those numbers of 0.8 of a penny, and in 12 months from May of 24 to May of 25, and now we're at 60 cents for a coin. So that's an incredible growth. They would put that at 7,400% growth over those 12 months. What sort of investment out there is even closely related to that? So I've got people pulling out money from other investments and buying these mines because of the incredible growth that's available there in what's happening with the coins. Now, you're producing the coins. So the coins you produced back here when it was 0.8 of a penny, if you created 100 coins then in your mine, those coins now are worth 60 cents a coin. All right, even though you created them, mined them when they're only 0.8 of a penny or 8 cents a coin when we were there. So here's the projection. The projection is these coins are going to be right here in February of next year, February 26th. And the projection is they're going to be worth $80 a coin. Well, how do they know that? Well, they know it by several ways. They've got a track record now with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with the Ripple coin. There's actual historical data that we can look at that's available to us that was not available when Bitcoin was charting the course. It was a pioneer out there, flying by the seat of their pants. Now, we can look at their track record, and based upon the robust nature of the TexitCoin and the number of miners that are coming in, buying those mines, it puts the TexitCoin in a very, very strong position, very stable position, because it's 100% mined here in Texas. And so that's what you're seeing, a combination of these earlier coins, and we get historical data from that. So based upon that information and where TexitCoin is now, this is a prediction of where it will be this time next year. In February, actually, if you're looking at what, 9 or 10 months, maybe 9 months, will be at 80 cents a coin. So we want you to produce as many coins as you can between now and then, 9 months from now, so that you can cash out or take some of those coins out at 80 cents a coin and have some serious wealth available to you. And again, there's no monthly minimal requirements. You don't have to tell a soul like I'm telling you. You can get this coin and get your mines, and then you can just forget about it and come back in 12 months and see where you are. So I'm going to share with you how you can actually get a greater quantity of coins available than just 7 cents a coin. So let me show that to you, and you'll be able to benefit from that. So if you're looking at, say, 7 coins a day right now. So we're doing 7 coins a day. And how many coins will you have? Oh, a year from now. So that'll put you in May of 26, well past the $80 of February. So you may be up to $100 by May. But let's just stick with the $80 because that's where they're predicting it right now. So if you do that by 365 days, you're going to have, I wrote this down beforehand, you're going to have 2,550 coins this time next year. Now we're going to divide that by 2. Why is that? Well, because remember, as more miners get involved and they divide those 95,000 coins out amongst more mines, therefore miners, you are going to see a decrease in the number of coins that are available on a daily basis. So let's divide that by 2, and you're going to come up at 1,278 coins this time next year, conservatively speaking. Now, we divided that in half, so it's conservative. So let's multiply that by $80 a coin to see what you'll have available to you this time next year. So that comes to $102,200. Isn't that powerful? And what did you spend? You spent $995 for your one mine. And that one mine of yours was producing 7 coins a day, and you didn't do a thing about it. So there's your $102,000, 200. You can pay your house payment down. You could put a down payment on a house. You could do all sorts of things, and you haven't done much except get on in and buy that mine and let it work for you. You're producing those coins. Now, how to increase this number of coins? That's what it's about. Because if we can increase that number of coins, then times 80, you're going to have a serious wealth issue going on in your life. So what the company allows you to do, you can buy 3 mines. Let me get that little sticker for you. If you buy 3 mines, the company's going to give you an extra mine because you're investing money for 3 mines. So that's going to function as if it's 4 mines, even though you bought 3. You basically got a discount of $1,000. That 4 mines is actually going to be producing 28 coins a day. You see how now you're going to start increasing wealth rapidly because of the number of mines you have. So one mine, as we said earlier, was $995. So if you do that times 3, they'll give you one free. And instead of doing 7 coins a day, you're now doing 28 coins a day. They also allow you to do 6 mines or anything between 1 and 2, 4 and 5. But if you do 6 mines, they'll give you additional 2 mines free. So instead of having 6 mines, you're actually functioning like you got 8 mines. So what's that doing? 8 sevens are 56. So now you're producing 56 coins a day because of those additional mines you have in your account. So I'm showing you how you can get ahead. Again, it's not compulsory. You can buy 1 mine, or you can buy 3 mines or 6 mines, or the maximum you can buy is actually 9 mines. You can't buy any more than that. And if you do that, they'll give you additional 3 mines. I'll throw those in. So really, you're functioning as if you got 12 mines there. So now instead of 7 coins a day, you're producing 84 coins a day. Make sense? So that's when you really begin to see a great, tremendous growth from this. Now you've got 30 days to do that. Meaning this, if you can't just go out and buy 3 mines, you may only be able to buy 1, but you can buy the other 2 within 30 days, then they'll throw that 1 in free. Same with the 6 mines or the 9 mines. So get in, get what you can, and if you can get more mines within that 30 days, then you get those additional ones free. So if you do that with 9 mines, then you've got those additional 3 mines. So really, those 3 mines there is equivalent to $3,000 that you just saved because they gave those to you free. So let's look at what would happen if you had 84 coins being produced on a daily basis in your account because you got 9 mines, but they're functioning like they're 12. Let's just take a look at that. This gets really, really interesting and exciting. So you got 84 coins that you're producing on a daily basis. We're going to multiply that by 365 days, and you'll be in May of 2026, all right? And you're going to arrive at May 2026. So if you get in now, you've got those coins being produced tomorrow, 84 coins a day times 365. And so you're going to be at 30,660 coins this time next year. Remember, February of next year, they're projected to be worth $80 a coin. So we'll divide that by 2 because the number of those coins are going down gradually over time as more miners get involved in that network. So just conservatively, you'll be down at 15,000, roughly speaking, 330 coins by this time next year. And if they're worth $80 a coin, what are you looking at? You're looking at an incredible $1,226,400. That is amazing. Why? Because you went ahead and were able to get 9 mines functioning as if they were 12, giving you 84 coins a day. So it's all about the number of coins. So I'm helping you understand how to actually increase those number of coins because we're going to get to that dollar amount. Right now, as I said, we went from 8 cents a coin back in December when I got involved to 60 cents a coin. That's a tremendous growth. And that'll continue on. Now, we're still in the cents, so it doesn't look very impressive. But once you get up to $1, $5, $10, and it multiplies the same way it's multiplying now, you can see how quickly you can get up to $15, $32, $64 a coin if that multiplication keeps on going. And there's no reason why it shouldn't, as more and more people are trading on this coin on DexTrade and Bitmart and other places as well. So that one mine that you bought for $995, if you just sat on that one mine, you were going to produce, I think it was like 1,200 coins by this time next year. And we said that would work out to be $102,200 on that one mine. Well, look at the difference between that and that. So I encourage you as much as possible to get multiple coins, and if you can, multiple mines rather, and if you can do them within that 30-day period, buy them, then you get those extra ones free, and that's what's going to really produce those coins for you in a remarkable way. So that's just to give you a tip on how it works so you can strategize for yourself, your family in a better way. So another way to do it, if you cannot buy extra mines, I'm going to give you another option here just to think about and see if this will work for you. Again, it's totally up to you what you do. And again, I've not mentioned you sharing this with anybody. This is the power of the mine that you have purchased or mines that you have purchased and the number of coins that they are creating on a daily basis and what those coins are worth out there on the exchanges. Those are sort of the 3 elements of how this works. So if you want to share this with other people, the company is going to give rewards and commissions for doing that. Why is that? Because they need these mines sold. As I said, we're about 1%, maybe just over 1%. I think we said 13,000 mines that have been sold at this point. And this is May the 6th. So if I do this presentation next week, which I won't be, but it'll be, again, more miners in buying these mines. And so they are wanting to encourage you to get these mines purchased so they can go up to higher exchanges. We're on those couple of exchanges. But if we're able to get on those other exchanges and the values go up, and then we can see incredible opportunity with those. So here's how you can do it if you want to share this opportunity with other people. All right, so one mine was $9.95. We said that. And that one mine is actually functioning as if it has 100 mega hash. Now, let me tell you about mega hash. Mega hash is a term they use in the crypto industry to describe the power of your mine. So it's the power of production. It's what your mine is producing. In order to get those 7 coins on a daily basis, your mine will be producing 100 mega hash, and that gives you your 7 coins. So if we can increase this number of mega hash right here, then that will help you actually create more coins, even though you just bought the one mine. So let me get a little bit more real estate right here for you, so I can show you how that works. So if you introduce this opportunity and you got one mine and you cannot buy any more mines because you've tapped out. So here's what the company allows you to do. You can take advantage of this if you want to. So one mine is producing 100 or producing at 100 mega hash, and that's getting you your 7 coins, all right? So if you're able to share this opportunity with some other folk and they come on in, say this person here is your sister, your brother-in-law, your mother, there's 3 people. The company says this: if you can introduce this opportunity to 3 other people, they come in and buy mines so that they can start producing coins, and we're selling more mines so that we can get onto more higher level trading platforms, exchanges, then they're going to give you another 100 mega hash for your mine. All right, you're not buying that, you're getting 100 mega hash given to you. So you are getting 14 coins a day in your mine because of they boosted the production of your mine. If you can get those 3 people with their own mines or mines, it doesn't matter how many they buy, as long as they buy one to come on in, then the company's going to give you another 100 mega hash if you can do it within 30 days. All right, so when you buy your mine and come on in, count 30 days. If you can get 3 other people in with that opportunity for their mines to start growing, you get another 100 mega hash, and now you're at 21 coins a day. All right, it's functioning like it's 3 mines, but you only bought 1 mine. Is what this commission is coming back to you in terms of mega hash from the company because you're helping them grow. And so if you did that another 3 times, so here's another person you brought in and another person, you shared the opportunity with them, or you took my video and you shared it with them, and they come on in and they buy a mine or 2 or 3, then if the 3rd person that comes in, they'll give you another 100 mega hash, and there's no limit to this. This will just keep on going as you sponsor people or refer people to this opportunity. Now you're producing 28 coins a day because of those additional 3 people that came in. Once again, if you do it within 30 days of the last group, then there's another 100 mega hash available to you. And that just keeps on going. So you can build up your mine. You bought 1 mine. Now, yeah, granted, it's going to be slower than if you bought 3 mines or 6 mines or 9 mines, because then you would have got those coins immediately the next day. So that's the better way to do it. If you can afford it, if you can afford multiple mines, if you've got to take your money out of another investment and put it in here, I would advise you to do that because of the power of the return of this and the value of that coin over a very short period of time that increases. So best case scenario, buy multiple mines. You get those coins immediately the next day, starting to increase. If you cannot do that, then go ahead and suggest this to other people, refer them in, let them see the video. If they want to take advantage of it, then the company's going to thank you by giving you extra mega hash. So now you're up to 35 coins a day that your mine is producing. That is powerful because you bought 1 mine. And that 1 mine now is functioning like it's 5 mines with 500 mega hash. What's that look like? So 35 coins a day. Let me thicken that up. 35 coins a day. If you introduced 6 people to this opportunity, now you got that coming in on a daily basis, and we are going to multiply that. That's on a daily basis, and we'll multiply that by 365 to see where you'll be next year. And you remember you bought 1 mine, so you're going to be at 12,775 coins. We're going to divide that by 2. We'll come up at 6,388 coins. This time next year, you're looking May of 26. By that time, it's going to be worth $80 a coin. So times 80, and where will you be? You're going to be at $511,000. And you know what you did to deserve that? You bought 1 mine at $995, but you referred other people. They came in and took advantage of that. With that 1 mine, earlier we said if you didn't do anything, you were going to make $102,000 $200. But look at that. We've actually multiplied by 5 because remember, you got those extra hashes. So you were functioning at 500 mega hash. So you went from that to $511,000 because you shared the opportunity with other people. So that's a way to actually increase the mega hash of your mine without actually having to buy those additional mines. Now, again, the better way to do it is to buy those mines because you jump-start it. It takes a little longer process, but you can do both. You could actually buy 6 mines, get those extra 2 free, start producing that by that number of coins, 8 times 7, 56 coins a day, plus share it with other people. And so your mine is now getting extra mega hash because you're referring other people to this opportunity. So there's all sorts of ways to take advantage of that. And lastly, I'm going to show you one other way, and this is the way to make cash along the way. Because you say, well, I don't want to wait for a year to get money out. I really need some money now. Well, let me show you how to make money along the way that does not impact or take away from the number of coins that you're making. It's an incredible, generous compensation plan, as you can see. So let me say it this way. When you introduce people to this opportunity, and they took advantage of it. They bought a mine or 2 or more because they wanted their own coin production. They're not sending you money. That $9.95 doesn't go to you if someone bought $9.95. That goes, they're buying their mine. It's not coming to you. You're buying that mine. You get a mine, you're able to get into it. So the number of people coming in, they're going to increase your hash power of your mine. Every third person, you get 100 mega hash. If you do it within 30 days, 200 mega hash. But every time those people come on in, they're actually accumulating points because they're also buying mines. Buying 1 mine is 1 point, 3 mines, 3 points. So based upon the number of points, you will qualify for cash. This is how it works. So here's those 3 people that you bought in earlier, your sister, your brother-in-law, your mother. So say, for example, your sister, and I just lost my whiteboard. There it's back again. So there's your sister, brother-in-law, your mother. So she bought 1 mine. He bought 3 mines, or a co-worker at work. Your mother bought 6 mines. So those are points. All right. So you got 6, 3, 9 is 1 is 10. So there's 10 points. Those 10 points are worth to the company $10,000 is what you just brought in for the company. The company's going to tell you, listen, we'll give you the opportunity of getting that money back. We're going to call it potential cash. Potential cash. And you'll see this in your app. You'll get on in your app and you'll see your potential cash of $10,000 that you brought into the company. How do you get that back? Well, here's you. And this system is set up as a binary organization. So you have your own little organization. Here's your sister. She came on in. She's going to be part of your little organization. We'll put her here on the left. She bought 1 mine. Your brother-in-law bought 3 mines. So he's sitting here. Your mother bought 6 mines. All right. She's sitting over here. So they look at your points on a weekly basis. And so based upon you getting 3 points on your left and 3 points on your right, that equals $1,000 in cash that you can take out. Cash into your bank, pay your debit cards off, your credit cards, sorry, pay your loans off. So look at what you've done right here. You got 3 points on your left because you got 4 there, and you got 3 points over here on your right. That takes that down to 3 left over. So that's worth $1,000. So by Wednesday of the following week, they'll be telling you, asking you, how do you want that $1,000 sent to you? And you give them how you want it, and you'll get $1,000 that week. Now, the beauty of this is that you got 1 point left over that you didn't use up. That'll roll into your next week. All right, over here, you got 3 points on your right that you didn't use up when you took that $1,000, when you matched 3 to 3. And so you got 3 points. So you start your next week with 1 point on your left and 1 point on your, and 3 points on your right. Now that $1,000 you took out, now you're down to $9,000 of potential cash available to you. All right. And so you're going to bring in and share this opportunity with more people. This other person came in. Remember, you've got those 3 other people in, and they have got points associated with them. This person's got 1 point. They bought 1 mine. This person's got 3 points associated. This person's got 6 or maybe 9 points associated with them because of what they purchased in terms of mines. So now your cash potential has just gone up another 10,000 because that's 10 points. So now you're up to 19,000 available to you. So look at what happens over here. That person comes in on your left. It's a binary organization, we said. We'll put the person with 6 points over here. This person comes in on your right. We'll put 1 point here. The other person had 3 points. So over here on your right, because of the carryover of those 3, you got 7 points. On the left side, you got 7 points as well. Now, if you can match 6 points to 6 points, you're going to get $2,000. And it maxes out at 9 points. So if you can get 9 points on your left, 9 points on your right, you can actually get $3,000 in cash. This is immaterial, independent of the number of coins you're creating. That's happening all the time anyway, by itself, because you own the mine. It's producing that for you. So here I'm looking at 6 to 6 points, so I can take 6 points out of that 7. I got 1 left. So I'm going to start my next week with 1 point, and I'll take 6 points out of that. I got 1 point left over, so I'll start my next week with that. And that week I've got $2,000. Isn't that cool? So how do you get up to 9 points? You have to work like a dog? No, you don't. Because let me tell you this, what is happening here is this person that you brought in, I think that was your sister, she's sharing it with a coworker and a friend or a relative. They come and buy 1 mine. This person buys 3 mines. That's 4 points right there towards her, what she's doing, but it's also in your organization. So you got additional 4 points on your left side because of what she's doing. This person over here who bought that 1 mine, they may be doing the same thing, sharing it with co-workers and friends. They buy 1 mine. This person buys 6 mines. There's 7 more points on your right side. So very quickly, you can be adding up to those 9 points in your organization, and you got the cash to take out. If you don't refer people, you're not building up your cash potential, and so there's nobody coming in. You just got the mine, and it's producing its coins. But this is how you can get rapid rewards coming in terms of cash. So it won't be long before you have 16 points up here and 26 points on any given week. And so you can take 9 points out of that, 9 points out of your 26, and you get your 3,000 for that week. Now, as I said, you max out at 9. So nothing over 9 rolls over. So that extra 7 to make that 16 doesn't roll over. And the extra, 17 to make up to that 26 doesn't roll over. If it's less than the 9 points, that will roll over and start your next week. Now, if you don't want that cash, you say, man, I got enough cash coming in from other businesses that I have and my work pays me well, but man, I'd love to be able to make more coins. Can I turn that cash into hash and actually increase the number of hash power in my mine and get more coins? The answer is yes. How good is that? So that $1,000 over here, if you don't want that cash, they'll give you 200 mega hash. If you qualify, instead of taking that cash, you could have taken it. Right here, you had it. You could have taken it and you didn't. So they'll give you 200 mega hash for not taking that $1,000. That goes into your mine. Now you're producing an extra, what's that? 14 coins a day because you took that. If you don't have any money up here and you get the points coming up from other people in your organization, then that'll be 100 mega hash that you'll get. All right. But if you got the money and you're not taking it, then you get the 200. That $2,000 that you don't want, that'll become 400 mega hash for your mine. So that's 4 7 to 28 more coins a day you're producing. The 3,000 becomes 600 mega hash. If you qualify for it because you've got the money in potential cash, then you can double that and get 600 mega hash for your mine. That's 6 7s are 42 extra coins a day. That is powerful. So these are different options. I know there's a lot of information to take in, but I wanted to give you the details. Why? So you can strategize. Do you want the cash or do you want the hash? Okay, you may need the cash to pay off some bills, so just take it in cash. If you don't need the cash, turn it into mega hash for your mind. If you've built up the money because you're referring this to other people, then you can double that mega hash for the cash. If you don't have the money available because you weren't bringing people in and referring them, then you still get the mega hash, but half of it. So again, powerful, powerful opportunity for you to take advantage of that. And we want you to do that. We're going to turn this into the video so you can send it out to other people, let them see it, let them digest it, and you'll be able to really have a tremendous opportunity for them to take advantage of that. All right, I'm going to leave this white screen right now, and I'll go back to my main screen right there. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for staying on this journey with us. I know we've covered a lot of information, but it's valuable information to you. I don't want you to go off half ignorant about how this works and try to make some decisions and calculate strategy for yourself and your family and the wealth that'll be coming in. I want you to have this information to be able to do that. So the person that shared this video with you or invited you onto this webinar, I want you to get with them. They'll help to point you in the right direction and how you can take advantage of that. They'll help you get on board and strategize with you, get those apps downloaded, get you onto Telegram where you can communicate and get other things there. And so if you need to talk to me directly, personally, you can email me at texitcoin@gmail.com, T-E-X-I-T, not Texas, not the state, T-E-X-I-T, coin, C-O-I-N, texitcoin@gmail.com. Email me. I'll be happy to answer your questions, work with you, help you to get on board and get this thing set up for yourself. Once again, my name's Byron Hamilton. We're here to help you, get you organized, get you set up, and help strategize with you so that you can take advantage of this for you and your family. Very serious wealth that's available to you if you have a long-term strategy for this. Again, thanks very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.